Taraba State, located in sub-Saharan African region on the plains of northeastern Nigeria, nicknamed Nature's Gift to the Nation, a melting pot of assortments of tribes and ethnic groups, the hub of culture and tourism, the heavenly, breathtaking landscape of the Yoro Hills to the perfectly chiseled undulating mountains of the Mambila, the enclave of over 70 diverse tribes united in a bond of community, hospitable and loving people. On the 29th of May 2023 was a moment that Taraba State would live to remember. Inscribed boldly on the sands of time is the indelible emergence of Dr. Agbu Kefas, the manifestations of prayer points rising from the lips of every Taraban. Saddled with the mandate to liberate Taraba from the claws of obscurity, depravity of the dividends of democracy, and utter hopelessness, Dr. Agbu Kefas formulated a grand plan, a blueprint that focuses on education, agriculture, women and youth empowerment, healthcare, and economy and job creation, a blueprint energized by compassion and mobilized by patriotic zeal. This is the one-year journey of Dr. Agbu Kefas.
Since the swearing in of His Excellency Dr. Agbu Kefas as the Executive Governor of Taraba State on the 29th of May 2023, he demonstrated visionary leadership and unwavering commitment to the development and upliftment of Taraba State. Roy Bennett was quoted in one of his classics, saying, "Good leaders have vision and inspire others to help them turn vision into reality. Great leaders have vision, share vision, and inspire others to create their own." This is the exact story of Dr. Agbu Kefas, the Executive Governor of Taraba State.
I have monitored his progress over the media, over public presentation of events in Taraba. I found that he has a passion for human development. What I mean by passion for human development, as far as I'm concerned, education.
Yes, sir.
He revolutionized education in Taraba State to the extent that now every parent has the opportunity to send their kids to school.
That's right.
Without bothering about school fees, without bothering about books, without bothering, about welfare. And I found Governor Kefas very, very committed, to this project of educating, all children, irrespective of their background, poor, middle income, rich, in Taraba State, to have access to quality education.
First and foremost, 1 year is always too short to assess the leadership output of any political office holder. But 1 year is more than enough to really assess the focus of that person. Of course, that is why in politics, after winning election, you talk about on first 100 days, the first 1 year, then your midterm and final. Kefas has been built up. He has the capacity to run the state. And I believe with this focus and bringing stability to the state and giving hope to investors, the story of Taraba will continue to change every day positively. Since Kefas took over as the governor, from the distance, I know that Taraba is reasonably stable. He has improved on the airports, and we're having flights coming in. So the perception is that, look, yes, there's a place where people can do business. And that alone is key. We also, from what we read, is doing well in the education aspects. Education is one critical area we get worried. In fact, when I was in office and when we looked at the percentage of school dropout in states across the country, we get worried about some of the states. So if a governor focuses on the primary and secondary school education, then he's building the state for the future. which is good. I know him. I appointed him as the chairman of NIMASA because I know his qualities as a military officer. He worked in the Niger Delta and he was a credible person. And that is why, as a president, I asked him to head NIMASA.
I have seen the work of almost 8 years now, based on your write-up and based on what I know, and the feedback from people from education to even tourism, agriculture, empowerment, and what have you. I think 1 year is, he has done a lot. It's like he has stayed 8 years. I think Taraba is very lucky to have such a person, and I think by the time he finishes his 8 years, by the grace of God, will be one of the frontline states in terms of the development, infrastructure-wise and even education.
The foundation of a prosperous society has been a top priority for Governor Kefas Agbu, who, under his leadership, the state has witnessed significant strides in the education sector. After a few days of his inauguration, the governor declared a state of emergency on education and didn't waste time to declare free education in the state for all primary and secondary schools. The administration of Governor Agbu Kefas has made significant progress in education. In the heart of Taraba State, where the sun casts golden hues over the rugged terrain, lies a beacon of hope: free education. As the first and only state in Nigeria to embrace this revolutionary concept, Taraba stands as a testament to the transformative power of education. Amidst the bustling streets and the vibrant market, there is a quiet determination that permeates the air. It's the determination fueled by the belief that education is not just a privilege, but a fundamental right for every child. At the forefront of this movement is Governor Agbu Kefas, a man whose passion for education knows no bounds. With unwavering resolve, he champions the cause of free education, knowing that it holds the key to unlocking a brighter future for generations yet to come. As the sun sets over the horizon, casting long shadows across the landscape, we witness Joy, a young girl with dreams as vast as the Saharan sky. Despite the challenges she faces, she clings to the hope that education brings. It's not just textbooks and classrooms that await Joy and her peers. Today, in a groundbreaking move, Taraba State Government has launched a biometric capture for all students. As Joy's tiny fingers pressed against the scanner, a sense of pride swells within her. For Joy, this isn't just about enrolling in school. It's about being recognized, valued, and empowered. As Joy walks home, the weight of her dreams lifted over so slightly by the promise of education. We are reminded in the heart of Taraba, amidst the beautiful serene, lies the fingerprint of hope. God bless Dr. Agbu Kefas.
His Excellency Dr. Agbu Kefas has achieved a lot in the education sector. After declaring state of emergency on the education sector, he subsequently declared free education in the basic section for primary and secondary schools, and this led to an increase in the number of enrollment of pupils and students by September last year when the schools resumed. He has also renovated the Yamusala primary and secondary school and given it a modern look. And also, because of the free education policy, His Excellency provides running courses for all for all 2,327 primary schools and 336 secondary schools in the state. And because of the free education policy also, the state government has taken over 35 schools that were previously run by the community. They handed over these 35 schools to the state government for better management of the schools. And also, His Excellency paid the minimum wage for teachers since October last year. And actually, since His Excellency came on board in May last year, teachers' salary has been regular, non-stop. It never stopped, and only that it was even made better in October when he applied the minimum wage. And then also, His Excellency has paid for the exchange program schools, 2 exchange program schools that we have in the state. This exchange program schools is made up of students from the 19 northern states. So the state government has quietly and promptly paid for their transport and for their feeding. And even recently, the state government has done an upward review of their feeding money because of inflation of the 2 exchange schools, including our 2 special schools, one in Mutumbiu and one in Garbabi. And also, His Excellency has procured school materials for the children. Some were even contracted out, and some are coming from outside the country, and they have started arriving. Children's uniforms, their shoes, even more school materials. His Excellency bought data capturing machines, and these data capturing machines have been put to use to take the data of all pupils, all students, and all teachers, because this data will be very important to the state government in planning and in implementation of further implementation of the free education policy. His Excellency's priority of education led to the international trip of a group of key stakeholders in the education sector to Finland. And the trip was to create a partnership between Finland and Taraba State, and also for us to see and study the education system of Finland, because it is the best education system in the world. And we went there so that we will also learn from their education system and bring it back to Taraba State to improve on our own education sector. In the tertiary aspect, His Excellency slashed students' school fees by 50%. He has renovated students' hostels. And when he came on board last year, he paid 3 months salary arrears for university staff, which was there before he even came. And then also, there has been accreditation exercises in Taraba State University, the State Polytechnic, and the College of Education in Zing, all funded by His Excellency's government, present administration. And in order to further boost the free education implementation, His Excellency prepared a nice package for NYSC members. He gave this package so that the NYSC members will enhance their own performance. He gave accommodation fee of 25,000, 50,000 one-off payment for medical. Also, those youth corps members that distinguish themselves by excellent performance will gain automatic employment in our own schools. We have plans also to build model schools. His Excellency has plans there for a model primary school and a model secondary school, even right here in Jalingo.
I think he's listened to our people. He has watched, because the best way to really lead the people is to listen to them, to understand their felt needs. And I think the Governor Kefas simply has really listened to the people of Taraba, because Taraba people love education, they love agriculture, they love security and safety.
Agriculture as the backbone of the economy has thrived beyond description under Dr. Agbu Kefas's administration. Governor Kefas' administration has within a year prioritized growing the economy of Taraba State to move the people from poverty to prosperity. Through innovative agricultural policies and support programs, farmers have been empowered to increase productivity and adopt sustainable farming practices. Access to modern farming techniques will not only boost agricultural output in the state, but also improve the livelihood of farmers across the state.
For the past 1 year, His Excellency Dr. Abgu Kefas has done tremendously well in the area of agriculture. First, is the provision of about 2 million doses of anthrax vaccine, which has never been done in the life of Taraba State, and it was given to farmers. This was quite commendable because the herders and livestock keepers in the state actually testified of that, and this is something we should thank His Excellency for. The second thing that was quite commendable and everybody could see was the provision of 79,000 bags of assorted fertilizer for the farming season, both dry and wet season. And of course, key among those things that were done in the past 1 year is the provision of about 850 units of tractors. 100 of them are the compact tractors and 750 of them are global multipurpose mini tractors. We have also done what I refer to as one of the miracles of agriculture, that is Taraba State Farmers Enrollment Program. You see, data is about facts and statistics. Without data, you couldn't do anything. And the purpose of the data we are going to collect, which I refer to as head count of farmers, is to ensure that we make reference to it when it comes to distribution of farm inputs. This is very key and important in the entire program. The cocoa, the quality of cocoa that we produce in Krumi, local government in Taraba State, is one of its best in West Africa. His Excellency is poised to ensure that he promotes that and support the farmers of cocoa, and of course set up a cocoa control center in the state. There is also this palm kernel and palm oil production. We have lots of palm trees that government is trying to rehabilitate and to ensure that we have them. One of the key things that is happening happening with our farmers is that we produce lots of food crops, and then we forget the cash crop stuff. And His Excellency is driving the Ministry of Agriculture to ensure that farmers are taught how to produce cash crop. We want to go into turmeric, we want to go into ginger, and a lot more of these veggies to ensure that our farmers get cash for, to support them, apart from selling their food crops to earn them, the regular earnings.
Any politician worth his salt must always plan if he aims at a higher position, especially elective position. So this is not an exception to him. He really planned diligently for this position.
In terms of security, I think Kefas should be commended for his efforts using his military background to bring security into Taraba State. He has assumed office when there were a little bit of squabbles here and there. So he built on the performance of the former administration and ensures there is a security. I also read in the medical healthcare delivery, he has done a lot considering the distances and the condition of the roads in our country. Like I said, he has improved on the road network. So he has now provided mobile ambulances, I think, to the local government areas where especially our mothers, our friends, our wives, our sisters, and so on, when they're in labor, they can readily be transported to healthcare where they can get healthcare delivery affordable to them. After, I think, 28 years, he has been able to resolve the chieftaincy issue in Takum. I think this is certainly a feat that needs to be commended. After 28 years, he has come and resolved the issue, and now Takum has a first-class emir.
So many that we have been doing with Kefas since he came on board, particularly in the security. We've been having a joint clearance operation with him along our borders, because whatever effort I do here on the other side to clear these criminals, they find safe haven in Taraba if the same is not done on the other side. So we decided, with his experience and background as a former military officer, to have this joint patrol, and it has improved on our security significantly in both states. And you can see today the security situation in Taraba and Adama, the curve is nosediving, and everybody is sleeping with two of his eyes closed. And this is the essence of leadership and collaboration that we have.
Taraba State was over the years plagued with security problems and concerns where people feared to spend their hard-earned money with fear of being kidnapped. But the emergence of Governor Kefas was a whiff of fresh air. Ensuring the safety and security of the people is a top priority for the governor. His administration has invested in modernizing the security apparatus, equipping law enforcement agencies with the necessary resources to maintain law and order. Collaborative efforts with local communities has fostered a sense of security and trust, creating a peaceful environment for residents to thrive.
I am Brigadier General K.C. Uwa, the Commander 6th Brigade Nigerian Army and Sector 3 Operation Wide Stroke. The brigade's area of responsibility covers the entire Taraba State. Since taking over command, I have enjoyed unalloyed support from His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Taraba State, Dr. Agbu Kefas. As a senior military officer with years of experience and extensive travel, I must commend and appreciate His Excellency for his determination to ensure Taraba is safe and secured for socio-economic activities to thrive. On this occasion, to mark the governor's 1 year in office, I salute him for the giant strides in the area of security. His unwavering support and collaborative efforts have been instrumental in the significant improvement of the security situation in Taraba State. The 1 year of this administration has witnessed tremendous improvement in the state's security situation. The strong political will to ensure peace in Taraba State has complemented our work. The people of Taraba, with their unwavering support and cooperation, have played a crucial role in maintaining and improving safety and security. Cases of herder-farmer conflict have been mitigated, while the rampant illegal mining in the state has been significantly reduced. Our proactive measures and synergy with other security agencies have greatly curtailed the insurgents' activities within Taraba. In addressing communal and tribal conflicts, we have witnessed a dramatic decrease in such incidents thanks to our multifaceted non-kinetic strategies. I assure the good people of Taraba State of our unwavering commitment to maintaining peace and security in the state as a bastion of safety and security in support of His Excellency's vision of a crime-free society. We will continue to ensure the state is devoid of violent non-state actors, ensuring that ordinary citizens can pursue their daily lives free from fear or subjugation.
You know, when we're talking of peace, we the herders, the pastoralists of Taraba State, we have nothing to say, rather to thank him. First and foremost, the herders were the victim of circumstances, but his security arrangements make us, we have enjoyed it. To be sincere with you, the herders are the major beneficiary of his security arrangements. We are the major victim of banditry, kidnapping, cattle rustling, and many other threats. Today is something to, I can say it's an history of farmers herders. As before, there's no any herder they will go to bush for rearing or grazing. But now it became history. We have nothing. We have never, ever, we will never forget this administration. Dr. Agbu is something to celebrate.
I know Colonel Kefas when he was a cadet. I was commandant of Nigerian Defense Academy. Because of my relationship with him, I have been monitoring what he is doing. And the reports that come to me that he is doing extremely well as at now. And I hope and I pray that he continues to do very well. I wish him success in the remaining more years to come. And I think the sky is the limit for him in our party, the PDP.
From what I have seen and heard of him, certainly he has been a very effective young man, effective governor, doing things that really is giving credit to that government, and at least doing things, commissioning programs, etc. In Taraba State, which certainly has not been seen for a very long time, and it is certainly very to know that the chieftaincy of Takum has been vacant for almost 28 years, and this young man has now come and made sure that he's looked at the traditional setting of the chieftaincy of Takum, of the various families ruling houses, and that he has now done it in such a way that particular problem had been sorted out, and now in fact it will be done in a rotation in order to to ensure peace in the area. From what I have seen and heard, I think he certainly have started well, and I'm sure with the support and cooperation of all the people, especially the civil servants and the commissioners, if they can all work hard and give him all the support that he needs, I'm sure he's going to bring about a
Go through cities and towns all across Nigeria. You would see building projects and infrastructures neglected by a succeeding regime. The moving forward captain Dr. Agbu Kefas didn't exclusively initiate his own projects, but took out time by visiting abandoned, dilapidated and uncompleted projects of his predecessors to refurbish and upgrade with a touch of taste and excellence. Continuity in governance is a virtue embraced by the moving forward agenda. Visiting Taraba for the first time, you'll no doubt interface with numerous constructions, buildings, road projects and other developmental projects like reconstructions of the Governor's Lodge Abuja and Wukari, the Kefas Palliative Market, the Government's House renovation, the Presidential Lodge, the Algon House, the new ESCO Chambers, and many others. New initiatives like The constructions of the Wukari-Jalingo Road spanning over 200 kilometers dualization. The construction of Jalingo-Zing Road dualization. Modern state-of-the-art trailer park. Ultra-modern abattoir, and many more. Indeed, the stage is set and the time is now to usher in a new Taraba.
He has opened up the state.
That's right.
He has made it easy for foreign investors to come in and see the potentials.
That's right.
It's one of the most richest states, in the country.
That's
in terms
right.
of natural resources. And other things.
Yes.
But he has opened up the state. What do I mean by he has opened up the state? He came and found, Jalingo Airport was virtually, collapsed.
Yes.
He has reconstructed it. Is now usable, and therefore, communication in forms of transportation between Taraba and other parts of the country, is now open, which is a very remarkable landmark achievement.
Under the moving forward agenda of His Excellency Dr. Abgu Kefas, energy is seen as one of the key drivers of driving his economic development policies. So this includes ensuring that we provide energy, and actually the cleanest forms of energy, to industries, to residential customers, to commercial customers, and in the long run to be able to export this energy to neighboring states and the country, Nigeria as a whole. The Ministry of Energy and Economic Development has been endowed with very great leadership from him, and we've achieved quite a lot of milestones. One of the key things we've been able to achieve is we've finally developed the Taraba State Electricity Bill 2024, and we've transmitted it to the House of Assembly. What this bill will do is it will help the state be able to create its own legal framework to be able to attract investors, and the bill also champions the roadmap for the state in terms of greening its energy and developing a lot of its renewable energy sources, and ensuring that we're able to electrify and provide energy to all 16 local governments in Taraba State.
The transformational gender and youth inclusion policy of Dr. Kefas speaks volumes. He firmly believes in the empowerment of women and youths, recognizing their immense potentials as agents of change. Before his emergence as governor, he declared, if voted for, 80% of his cabinet would be youths, and with a good number of women inclusion in the politics of the state. This is evident in his appointment, where 80% of youths and women are in the central leadership. All secretaries of the state local government areas are women, which is quite a remarkable and a commendable achievement.
The issue of recycling people in appointments, especially the team, his team. For the first time, because of his background, he knows that the youth, again, are very vibrant. They are the backbone of every society. And given his background, he ensured that his team are made up of youth.
Mun mulkin Kefas alhamdulillah gwaje muke ciki wallahi. Gwamnatin mun ji daɗin ta. Ubangiji Allah ya ƙara masa arziki, Allah ya bashi ikon riƙewa mai kyau.
Gaskiya sunana Sunusi, ni direban keke na fen ne. Ina aiki a cikin garin Jalingo. Sakamakon yanda mai girma gwamna yake ɗauko ayyuka, kowa yana marhabin da wannan ayyuka da yake yi a cikin garin Jalingo, ba ni da katin zaɓe. Amma saboda shi in Allah so da gaba zan yi ƙoƙarin samu katin zaɓe domin in dangwala ma mai girma gwamna ƙuri'ana.
By just mere sharing ideas with him, clearly you know that the governor is one who is development oriented. The governor is one who is a nationalist. The governor is one who is patriotic. And so I believe that these are the kind of people we will need in governance to salvage our country. Because the critical entity of governance, apart from the federal government, is actually the state governments. And the state governments, which are federating units, will, if you have good leadership, will actually contribute their own units to the whole to make our country a better place. And so I am very sure that with all that we have talked about our country, Nigeria, Kefas is one person who will give leadership. Kefas is one person who believes in the unity of our country, but equally believes in justice and equity, which is one point that I hold very dearly in this country. And that's why I could be friends with Kefas. I could also be a brother governor to Kefas, because we hold some of these very sacred issues dearly to our hearts.
The issue of chieftaincy in Takum have been there for decades. In fact, almost 3 decades. Several administrations came. They couldn't solve that problem. But this governor, Dr. Agbu Kefas, he was able to solve that problem very creatively to ensure justice, fair play, fairness and equity for the indigenous, for the people of that particular, that is the 3 tribes there. And this he has done it largely and with success.
Before the coming of the present administration, we had issues of land encroachment, desecration of land, illegal mining activities, activities without regard to environmental impact assessment and relevant mining laws. Now mining is what we call, mining is on the exclusive list. When you say something is on the exclusive list, it means that it is only the federal government that can legislate and take decisions on. And so we are faced with a situation of having to take decisions on items that are on the exclusive list for the protection of the state in terms of security, land degradation, and environmental pollution. We came up with the concept that under the Land Use Act, the powers to legislate and control land is vested in the governor. And under the environmental laws, the governor too has powers to regulate for the environment. So by far the most important reform that we have brought to the Ministry of Justice is the passage of Executive Order 5. By far the most disturbing of the legal challenges the administration has faced has to do with accumulated government debts. This administration inherited very heavy burden in terms of judgment debts that were not paid. It was common knowledge in Taraba State that there was no single government asset or vehicle plying our streets. They were all hidden. They were either hidden or attached, because there were several government debts running into billions of naira that were not paid. We couldn't honor our obligations. Some of them were judgment debts, some of them were contractual obligations. So when this government came in, we took the step that government is a continuation and that steps be taken to settle some of these judgment debts. So we entered into compromise agreements with these judgment creditors, and to the glory of God and to the good works of the governor, we've been able to settle most of these debts, and it is an ongoing thing. We are still on it. We will continue to do it until all the debts are liquidated. There was an unprecedented development in the history of the Ministry of Justice. 2 directors of the Ministry of Justice were elevated to the position of High Court judge. 4 judges of the High Court were recently appointed, and 2 judges of the Customary Court of Appeal were also appointed. Every judge in Taraba State now has an official car. The last time some of them had official cars was in 2008. They now have official cars, they now have running costs. The State High Court complex has been renovated. There are e-filings now. There are lots of things that were unthinkable that are now unstoppable. The quality of justice delivery is at its highest now. Both the judiciary and the Ministry of Justice are better placed now to carry out their constitutional function.
I believe that in the next 3 years, we will ask Governor Agbu Kefas to continue again because he has done so well. Let him be focused and continue with the mandate that God has given to him. He should shun sycophancy. He should shun sycophancy because we have a lot of sycophants around. This is what I want to say. I want to wish Governor Agbu Kefas well. I want to pray that God will give him good health. I want to pray that God will continue to strengthen him and the team working around with him.
A tsakanina da Allah nake wannan magana, shi gwamnan jihar Taraba ya zo da niyya mai kyau kuma yana tafiyar da niyyarsa a zahiri muna gani a ƙasa na neman zaman lafiyan 'yan Taraba da haɗin kai, saboda ba mu ga bambanci na addini ko na ƙabila tare da shi ba, wanda ya yi emphasizing dama ba zai nuna bambancin addini ko bambancin ƙabila ba, ya zo ne saboda ya yi ma Taraba aiki kuma muna ganin sa. So ya haɗa kan musulmi da Kirista gaba ɗaya, ana zaman lafiya yadda ya kamata, ba mu da matsala, ba abin da za mu ce a gare shi. Roƙon da muke yi shine muna roƙon Allah ya sa ya tafi da haka har ya gama zamaninsa.
To be honest, I think 12 months in the life of an administration is too short a time to allow for any realistic assessment or rating. However, he has been able to make some modest achievements. But if I am compelled to actually make a rating, I will score him high based on what he has done so far. So as he marks his 1 year in office, I wish him God's guidance and wisdom as he delivers the dividend of democracy to the indigenes of Taraba State. I'm sure that at the end of his tenure, Taraba State will be very, very happy that they had him as the governor. I wish him the best of luck in the coming years.
The governor wasted no time to bring back to life the 14 years dead Wanyo International Fishing and Cultural Festival, which was celebrated in April 2024. The tourism potential of a state like Nigeria are quite enormous. Hence the commitment of Governor Kefas Agbu in enhancing the heritage and tourism sector and showcasing the beauty of Taraba State in driving tourism growth. Under the Dr. Kefas's leadership, Taraba State has witnessed a resurgence in its cultural identity. Local traditions, arts, crafts, and festivals have been celebrated and preserved.
We must put our own house in order. We must have peace in our state. We must have peace throughout the country. There is no foreign person, there is no sane foreign person that will come to our country to celebrate with us if we continue to kill each other, if we continue to butcher each other, if we continue to make our roads unsafe for people to move around.
His Excellency has done a lot of projects in the health sector, one of which is the completion of the School of Nursing Jalingo. Upon resumption in office, he realized that there was gross manpower shortage in the health sector. So, looking at this problem, he felt the solution should be a lasting one, instead of just providing a temporary solution. So he decided to embark on the completion of this project at the School of Nursing Jalingo. As we speak, the project is still ongoing, and it is hoped that upon completion, it's going to be the biggest school of nursing in Nigeria. So we hope that this project will help us permanently solve the manpower challenges in the health sector. Another important project that His Excellency embarked upon is the completion of the first referral hospital in Lisam, Usa local government. Prior to now, Usa local government has been the only local government in the state without a secondary healthcare facility. And His Excellency, because of his love for the people of Usa local government, felt this is unfair, so they should have a general hospital. And that was why he awarded the contract of the completion of the general hospital. The hospital has been completed already. We are waiting commissioning so that we'll be able to offer services to the good people of Usa local government. Bali General Hospital is also undergoing remodeling and renovation to be able to serve as a regional state specialist hospital to serve the people of the middle of Taraba Central Senatorial District. Looking at the primary health care services of the state, we saw a large of gap in the way services are offered. So His Excellency graciously approved that 168 KK ambulances be purchased and distributed to each political ward of the state. By this, we want a situation where a pregnant woman, for example, even if she does not have money to go to the hospital, the ambulance should be able to pick her from her home and take her to a nearby facility where care can be offered. Again, we have awarded contract to purchase a mobile clinic. This mobile clinic will be called Kefas Mobile Hospital, which is aimed at taking services to people who are in hard to reach areas. Not just hard to reach areas, whenever there is any form of emergency like flooding, like any serious disaster where the resources in that place cannot meet the need of the people. We intend to mobilize this mobile clinic to such place so that it can support existing facility, so that care can be given effectively. Now, His Excellency has also purchased and distributed motorcycles to aid immunization. If you look at our data in the last 6 months, Taraba State has been assessed by UNICEF, Bauchi office, to be the most improved state in immunization coverage among the 3 states under Bauchi field office. So this is because of the fact that His Excellency has purchased, motorcycles to be able to reach out to people in hard to reach areas so that immunization coverage can be improved.
Governor Kefas's progressive leadership and transformative achievements has garnered the attention of the prestigious African Leadership magazine, a testament to his impactful leadership. Being featured in the African Leadership magazine is more than just an honor. It is a significant recognition of Governor Kefas's commitment to excellence and visionary governance. The magazine, known for highlighting the continent's most influential leaders, has meticulously documented his milestones. From infrastructural advancement to educational reforms, Governor Kefas's initiatives have set a new benchmark in Taraba State's history. The unveiling of the magazine at the commemorative dinner in Jalingo was a momentous occasion. It celebrated not only the governor's achievements but also the collective progress of Taraba State under his leadership. As dignitaries and citizens gathered to honor this milestone, the event underscored the profound impact of Governor Kefas's vision and dedication in shaping a brighter future for all. Taraba State, with its rich cultural heritage, abundant natural resources, and progressive leadership, stands as a promising frontier for investment and development. From the lush Mambila Plateau to the fertile agricultural lands, the state offers unparalleled opportunities for growth and prosperity. Under Governor Kefas's dynamic leadership, Taraba is open for business and eager to welcome investors who seek a thriving and supportive environment. To learn more about these investment opportunities in Taraba State, visit www.tarabastate.gov.ng and follow the state government on all major social media platforms. Join us in building a brighter future as Taraba State paves the way for sustainable development and innovation. Come, invest and grow with Taraba State, where possibilities are endless and the future is bright.
As Taraba opens its doors to the world, the state is poised for a brighter future driven by connectivity, innovation, and visionary leadership. Governor Kefas' achievements are a testament to his unwavering commitment to the people of Taraba, ensuring a legacy of prosperity and progress.